I'm the CEO, founder of Airgap Networks. Started the company about 3 years ago with the intent to solve the most fundamental problems the customers are facing, and nobody has been able to solve this problem. I had the unique privilege to understand the landscape of telcos as well as enterprises and build a solution that addresses the problem for the enterprises. That is the age-old problem. You see, the biggest problem in the industry today is the notion of lateral threat movement, meaning an infected device could end up infecting other devices on the same network. For example, if I come to your home and say, Kevin, give me access to your Wi-Fi network. Oh, by the way, my laptop has ransomware on it. You would not want to give me the access. You know why? The reason is you're worried that my laptop will infect other devices. Now, what I observed is this common problem across the industry where all of the enterprises are getting breached because one device gets breached and it ends up infecting other devices. What I also noticed is this is not the problem for telcos. A cell phone that you carry in your pocket, you never hear that one infected subscriber infected all the subscribers. There are millions of subscribers on the telco network. You wonder why. What did telco do that makes the endpoints secure that are connected to the telco network? You must be wondering, right? I can tell you, they buy the same router, switch, and firewall that the enterprises buy. I sold it to them. So it puzzled me, and once I figured out how they do it, I built the technology for enterprises in such a way that enterprises don't have to make any changes and they get the benefits of security, services, consumption pricing, and all of the things that telco offer to their subscribers. I'm now able to offer this to my enterprise customers and they get all the benefits of the telcos basically. The future of the work is really hybrid. You know, the enterprises will have workforce that will be working from home half the time and working from office half the time. And what it created, in addition to security challenges, it created a problem for the IT organization that has to maintain two sets of technologies, one for remote users and one for office users. And when users shuttle, they're maintaining these two sets of policies that they have to manage, which is very, very hard. In addition to that, they have to invest twice in security gears and networking gear and services. What if you can deliver the entire enterprise from the cloud in such a way that on-prem users that are coming to office or users that are working from home, they all connect to the same resources that are invested once, that are configured once, that are managed once, and it makes it really, really easy for IT organization. So when you think about Airgap, it's a unified solution for your hybrid workforce that offers all the benefits of security and services and consumption pricing for your employees, basically. There are multiple sets of problems that the enterprises are facing. Number one problem is security problem, where breaches are very common, data loss is very common, and somebody needs to solve it at a fundamental level. The most of the problems are being solved at an incremental level. You need to think basics, think fundamental. So that's number one. Second one is all about security in terms of deployment and policy management. And you need to solve it. Even if somebody built a great security solution, but it's very difficult to deploy and manage, and you have to write thousands of policies, that solution is not going to be successful. So that's the second problem. And the third problem is really cost related problem, where most of the organizations are required to rip and replace their gear in order to go to the better posture. Airgap ensures that you can continue to use what you have, hop onto Airgap train at your own volition without having to throw your investment and over a period of time phase out your investment. So the problem we are trying to solve is operational simplicity, security, and of course cost benefits. In a nutshell, from a technology point of view, we are solving the notion of zero trust. Now zero trust, everybody knows, for compliance, for insurance, and for security, zero trust is the new way of future, but it's very hard to implement. We are the easy button for zero trust. The second thing is, zero trust requires policy management. Look at all the vendors that you have seen in zero trust networks today. They will all require you to write policies. Airgap can do it without you having to write the policies. And that's what makes it really, really easy to manage. Nobody has the time or the resources to write and manage those policies and babysit those policies. We are the only company that can build the entire solution without you having to write policies for the system. I am so proud of the team that we built at Airgap, a team that comes from all the known vendors like Cisco, Juniper, Arista, VMware, Palo Alto Networks, and so on and so forth. But we assembled a team that has unique knowledge about networking and security that is able to solve customer problems. And most importantly, the team that has created a technology that has been granted with 6 patents already. We are a 2.5-year-old company. We already have 6 granted patents, and our goal is to have 25 patents by the end of the year. This is such a fundamental innovation that makes a huge difference. It's a team of about 35 people at the moment. We're going to be 50 by the end of the year. We have a team of 5 investors that are institutional investors, very well known to the industry. They have invested in some very, very big companies. We're proud to have all of them on board as well. And most importantly, we have a set of customers that span all sorts of industry: construction, manufacturing, biomedical, banking, finance, government. These customers endorse Airgap at every level. One thing that is common about Airgap is, once the customer deploys Airgap, they're willing to sing praises about Airgap. You can talk to any of my customer today, anybody, doesn't matter, and ask about Airgap. I guarantee you they will tell you so many good things about Airgap. People are starting to recognize Airgap based on what they are hearing about Airgap across the board. And a lot of folks I haven't met in years actually, they're coming and saying hello to me because they're, number one, proud of my achievements and our company's achievements, and more importantly, they're very, very, very ready and willing to associate with the company because everybody knows we are building something very, very valuable and unique. The future is bright for Airgap. Look, we are just starting the journey. We have customers right now. Like I said, we have investors, we have a team in place, we have great technology. We want to scale this to be a ubiquitous solution. I think this is a fundamental solution. The way of future is Airgap. I can assure you that. Gartner and other analysts have started talking about how the future is going to look like, and they have started to see that Airgap is definitely at the forefront of solving these problems that everybody is facing. So I'm incredibly thrilled and excited to embark on this journey, and I'm sure will be a name to be known for in a long time.